Hey, folks on YouTube. So, I recently watched the latest Tyler Perry movie that is on Netflix. It is called Joe's College Road Trip. And let me tell you something, Tyler Perry was off the wall in this movie. I mean, it was just really something else, just really chaotic, ridiculous, and just outrageous. So, in this movie, Tyler Perry, the character who he plays, Brian, his son, is looking to go to college, and he has two best friends, and he wants to go to the same school as his two best friends. But Tyler Perry's or Brian's, Medea, his aunt Medea, and also his father, Brian. Not Brian. What's the father's name? Joe. Joe was telling him, your son, you sheltered your son, too much. He needs to learn about his history, his heritage. So anyway, in this movie, Joe takes his grandson, BJ, on a college road trip, to teach him about, his heritage, about history, and how to be a man. So that's pretty much the movie. The movie is 1 hour and 51 minutes. I felt like this movie was way too long. It should have been like maybe an hour and 25 minutes. This movie, so it starts out, they give, with a disclaimer, and the disclaimer is for like maybe like 2 minutes, and Tyler Perry is pretty much telling you we're going to use a lot of profanity, just foul language, things that might just offend people. We're going to give you we're giving you a heads up right away. So when I saw that, I actually thought like that the first whatever 2 minutes, I actually thought it was kind of funny, but I didn't know I was in for a ride. And this, like, just the language, just the just how Joe is just so just abusive to his grandson. He's just disrespectful. He has just just a foul. He's just not a good person. And just like his just the language that he uses and how he's just so offensive, it is just really something. The execution, it wasn't good. I see what they were doing, and I was actually I was interested in it, but it did not deliver. That's what I was trying to say. And Joe, he just has a foul mouth, and he says what's on his mind. He's unhinged. Like I said, he's abusive. He is just a total nutcase. And this is the first movie where the character Joe is in the lead. Usually, it's Medea. So what I would say about this movie, I thought overall execution, like I said before, wasn't really good. The plot, it was just a hot mess. How the movie ended, it it was a flat finish. But I will say I did laugh a few times. It did make me laugh, but when you get to that, there's a part in the movie. They're in the kitchen, and Tyler Perry is not Tyler Perry, but Joe and Medea. They're talking to Brian, and it goes on for a long time. I believe over 10 minutes. And I feel like with some of the scenes, they just went on way too long. And it seems like, okay, we get the message, but you're just doing too much. You're just trying to beat down the message in this movie. And sometimes it's not, it's just, I just didn't like that. You don't have to prolong these scenes. And then with the jokes, I felt like, some of the jokes were funny because it's, with Tyler Perry movies, especially these kind of movies, like the Medea movies and whatever, and even with this character Joe, you're not going in to think, okay, you're going to see the best performances. You're going in to be entertained. You're going in to laugh. So I did laugh a few times, but the movie started to drag, that the second and third acts, and like the ending I didn't like. And you don't see like his grandson, he doesn't even go to a college. You don't see that. You don't even see them make it to the college. So that's why I didn't like. And then also with the language, and I understand like there was a disclaimer. I'm not a fan of just foul language, just to use it excessively, I should say, and especially one word that they use so many times. I feel like that word should be eradicated. I just really don't get it, but whatever. They're Tyler Perry and these whatever people are gonna do what they're gonna do and do what they want to do and whatever. But I just wasn't a fan of that. It was just overboard, overboard. It was like every other word or every three words or whatever, and I just feel like that just to me that shows laziness, so I wasn't really crazy about that. So I would say overall I would give this movie a 4 out of 10. Like I said, there were I did enjoy some of the scenes and some stuff was funny, but overall it wasn't really a good movie. It was more of a hot mess, and if you're going in and just you want to see some craziness and some ratchetness, this is the movie for you. But for me, it did not deliver, and I feel like, as just a fan of Tyler Perry, I feel like this is Medea's. I think I enjoyed this. Like Medea's Destination, Destination, whatever it's called. I wasn't crazy about that movie, and I'm not crazy about this one. Please take care, have a good one, and let me know how did you feel about Joe's college road trip. Take care and have a good one.